Hey guys, I am going to show you how to get started adding photos and images to your digital story using iMovie. So to get started, you're going to want to open iMovie. So go to Finder, then go to Applications, and then go to iMovie. Double click. And here we are in iMovie. I'm just going to move this little guy. So let's see. You'll want to start by starting a new project. So go to File, New Project. And you don't need a theme. You can just go right to No Theme right here and then type in whatever name you would like. So I'm going to type in Digital Story Adding Images. And then I'm going to hit Create. All right, and so here's what your screen should look like. Pretty plain and simple. You haven't added anything yet, so it's just blank. So to get started, go to this camera icon over here on the right side and click on it. There's a couple different ways to do this. The easiest way is if you are on your own computer and you're using images that you've already saved somewhere in iPhoto or something like that, your iPhotos will show up automatically in this sidebar here. So I'm just going to choose some of my images to add. I like this geyser one. I like this one better. I'm going to drag and drop it right there. And then let's see. I also like this one. I'm going to drag and drop this one. Okay, so that's one way to do it. Another way is to get images right off your computer. So I have opened up a file right here and I've saved all of the images I want to add to my movie. This is a really easy way to organize yourself. So to get these going, I'll click on this file and it might be, someplace else. I'll have to track it down and I'll drag and drop the images I'd like to use. Just like that, really easy. Alright, so that's good for now. Now I want to show you how to make transitions between your photos. So if you just watch it how it is now, the transitions are kind of choppy, not very interesting. They just go from one to the next. To make it a little more interesting and visually pleasing, you can add transitions. And so that's really easy to do. You go over to this icon right here. It kind of looks like an envelope. Click on that and it will give you some options for different transitions. There's all different crazy things to choose from. So I'm going to start with the mosaic one. That sounds kind of interesting. And I'll place it in between the two images that I want it to transition between. And then I'll try swap. I'll try doorway. So let's take a look at what that looks like. Whoa. Okay, so now we have an idea of how that works, and you can play around with it and really do whatever you like. Another thing that's kind of helpful to do is to change the length and the formatting of your pictures themselves. So to do that, you'll kind of hover over your picture so that it turns yellow, and then go to this little toolbar. Click. And there's a couple different options here. If you just want your picture to be there longer or for less time, go to Clip Adjustments, and then go to Duration and change it to whatever you want it to be. I want this one to be really fast, so it's just going to be 1 second. I changed it to 1 and I click Done. This one, I want to be a little bit longer, so I'll go back to Clip Adjustments and I'll click 5. And it's pretty simple. You can do that however you want. And so let me show you the difference. So here's the 1 second and the 5 seconds. Feels like a long time, but it's only 5 seconds. Okay, one more thing you can do is to go back to that little toolbar and go down to cropping, Ken Burns, and rotation. So this is going to give you some options for the formatting and style of your photos. So I'll go here. Right now it's set on Ken Burns. Ken Burns is a cinematographer, and this is kind of just emulated after his style. It's kind of cool. It'll make your photo kind of flow from one corner to the other or from top to bottom. You can kind of play around with it. I think that's the best way to figure out how it works. So I set it up like this. It's going to flow from the top left corner into the whole image. So I change that and I click done. Let's take a look at how that works. There it is. And it was only 1 second, so it was really fast. Let me show you with this one. So I'm going back. I want this one to go, let's see. Oops. From top to bottom. So I set it like this and I hit done. Now let's watch that. We'll start in the middle here. Transition, and then it's starting from the middle top and kind of spanning out to the whole image. We'll stop there. If you don't really like that Ken Burns style, you can make it much more simple. So just go back to cropping, Ken Burns, and rotation, and then go to either crop. If you want to just use a small portion of your picture, you can crop it however you like. I want to use the whole picture, so I'm just going to go to fit, and it will select the entire picture. And I'll hit done. And that is pretty much it for now. And we'll keep updating you, so just get to work and I'll come around and check on everyone and see how you're doing. Good luck.